So quick intro, to who you listen to, who we are. It's your boy BA, born and raised in Alabama, but a diehard Georgia fan. An Eagles fan / Ravens fan. I got my AFC, NFC team. Even though the Eagles kind of broke my heart the last couple of years, but just a real nigga who watches sports all day, every day, 24/7. And I met this dude at work. He was my trainer at first. And then I was like, yo, this nigga know what he talking about. He can talk sports. The only bad thing is he's an Alabama fan. And I was like, bro, you really got root for Bama, bro?
That would be Jay Fikes. I don't have it as simple as a born and raised in. Born in Illinois, right outside of Chicago, like R. Kelly say.
Chill out, bro.
Moved to Birmingham when I was 10. Grew up in Birmingham. Diehard Alabama fan. Used to watch the game with my great granddad sitting in the kitchen with the screen door open and him yelling at Andrew Zion and Tyler Watts. Like, I go back to that era.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Paper bag Bama fans. You know what? I can't wait till Sammy retires because that's gonna come back.
Won't happen. Also, when it comes to basketball, as you can see, I am a Lakers fan, a Kobe fan, die hard.
I am too a Lakers fan as of 3 years ago when LeBron James took his talents to LA.
I am a real Laker fan.
So I am a LeBron James fan, so that means I'm a Cavs, Heat, back of Cavs, and now I'm a Lakers fan. Call it what you like, but the NBA is really now more about who's your favorite player. And
true.
I mean, you a little bit older than me, so you grew up with Kobe first coming in the league. I think I was 6 when he came in the league. So I really I remember him, but I don't really remember. I just know I hated Kobe at first. I was like, this nigga think he all that.
I was 10, and that's exactly why I liked him. Because I was 10, I was like, man, who is this dude with this suit on with these glasses talking to these people? Talking about he going to the NBA, but he only looks like a couple years older than me. He looks like he goes to the high school up the street from me.
All right. So, I mean, it makes sense. But, LeBron came in 03, I was 13. So, I was really getting into my own opinions about sports. So, when I saw him versus Carmelo play in high school, you remember that game?
Absolutely.
Oak Hill versus St. Vincent St. Mary's on ESPN.
I was a junior in high school when I watched that game.
I think I was in 8th grade or some shit like that. But when I saw this dude, I was like, that dude's gonna be cold.
Factual.
I was like, that dude's gonna be cold and Melo's gonna be cold. And to come straight out of, high school, the environment he grew up in, came out of, and to become the man that he's come now, like you can't do nothing but salute that. So, that's my LeBron story, why I'm a LeBron fan.
And I used to be a huge LeBron fan, believe it or not.
That's hard to believe.
The day LeBron got drafted, like you were talking about him and Melo, I bought the white Cleveland Cavalier jersey, and I had, this gonna date me, I had some Fat Farm, like the yellow wrench jeans with the pockets on the side. Rock that guy. And I bought the baby blue Carmelo Denver jersey.
Bro,
I bought them the same day. I worked at Visionland. So that tells you I'm really from where I say I'm from. I worked at Visionland. I bought both of them jerseys the day they got drafted. And I remember being on the ride and I overheard somebody say, that jersey fake because they just got drafted.
Wow.
And I'm like, in my head, I'm just laughing like, I bought these at fucking Hibbett's.
Alright, so
like,
ain't no
what? But yeah, I used to be a huge LeBron fan. So we got, for me, University of Alabama, the Lakers.
Okay.
For you,
we got the University of Georgia, LeBron James. So wherever LeBron at, that's where I'm going.
And who is your NFL team and why?
My NFL team, see, I have two. I started with the Philadelphia Eagles, and that's only because when I first started playing football, my Pee-wee football team was the Smith Station Eagles.
Now it makes sense.
And that's why I became a Philadelphia Eagles fan. And plus, they had McNabb at quarterback, and it was like, yo, and ain't too many quarterbacks that look like me. I was like, oh, this is dope. So it's been real since then. But you know, as of lately, you know, bullshit keep going on with Philly. You know, the Riley Cooper situation, the Wentz situation, all that. So another player that made me transfer my fandom, and like I'm one of them dudes like you can transfer your fandom. You like yeah, you a diehard, you got your teams, but I transferred my fandom to the Ravens because of one man, and that man's name is Lamar Jackson. That dude is a stud at quarterback. He just needs some weapons around him, and I don't think they did a good job of doing that. But that's another topic for another day. But Lamar, because when they try to make that dude play wide receiver coming into the league, like you don't win the Heisman Trophy playing quarterback at a D1 school, Louisville, if you can't throw the ball. So it's like the fact that they shit on him coming in the league, talking about yo play wide receiver, yo Bill Polian, fuck you. But that what made me a fan. Like he came in and they tried to make him do that, you know, wing T rush quarterback bullshit. But that second year he came out, he balled. I was like, yo, I'm a fan of that man. Sign me up.
Who drafted him?
Ozzie Newsome, I think.
Okay.
They don't get Alabama no points for that.
Okay.
But
Does
Ozzie
he not
Newsome,
draft a lot of Alabama players?
he does, but he also drafted a lot of good players. So Ozzie,
Oh, yes.
I would give him his credit for that, but that don't got shit to do with Alabama. That's him as a GM. But for you,
So, me,
NFL team.
when I give you my team, I have to explain why my teams are my teams, but I get it because my teams just so happen to be good in your lifetime. They weren't always good in my lifetime. I'm in my mid-30s. They hadn't always been good. I am a New England Patriots fan. Now, when I say I'm a New England Patriots fan,
This is a Tom Brady fan.
no. Do I or do I not still talk about the Patriots even though time is not there?
You do.
The entirety of you knowing me, who has been the only team you've ever heard me talk about?
Tom Brady.
We've not made the playoffs every year. But
Bro, that's just the first year y'all haven't made the playoffs.
who do I always talk about?
Tom Brady.
I'm a New England Patriots fan. I told y'all, moved to Birmingham when I was 10 years old. It was 1996. I'm dating myself if you want to do your math since I said I'm in my mid-30s. It was Green Bay. It was New England. It was in New Orleans. It was called the Super Bowl, guys. That was really like my introduction into football. I was 10, really didn't watch it. I'm with my cousins, twins. They have a Super Bowl party at their house. Well, their mom did, but I'm there with twins. We watching the game. New England had on those white jerseys with the red and white, and they had the little Patriot logo on the shoulder. And I'm like, yo, these jerseys kind of hard. I'm finna root for this team. And I remember them going through the AFC and running up against Jacksonville. Jacksonville, you don't know
cold
this.
at that time.
You don't know this. That was my team I played with on Madden for a long time.
Oh, wow.
So even being a Patriots fan, I knew Mark Brunell was left-handed, Fred Taylor, Jimmy Smith.
Jacksonville low-key had
Who
a
was it?
squad.
It was Jimmy Smith, and they had another receiver. It'll come to me. But New England has been my team, and it has been my team since. And living in Georgia, it felt so good when we beat the Falcons in that Super Bowl.
Bro, you gonna get us canceled before our whole second episode.
It felt great. Never forget 28-3.
The views of this man does not affect the whole entire show. I just want to put that out there because since we do both live in Georgia, so
We were at the same Super Bowl party. Now,
I love that hat on my thing.
no, you stayed.
I did.
Yes. Remember, I started playing beer pong
Right.
because I'm like, the game is done. But then as it started happening, everybody started migrating back to their seats.
Right.
And I remember I looked at you and I said,
He finna do it. He finna do it.
okay,
And then I'll be damned if he didn't do it.
Tom Brady. But that is who Jay Fikes is and who I like.
That's who BA is and who I like. So, you know, we like who we like. So, we're going to give you our opinions on them. But we also going to give you our opinions on a array of sports. So,